Hello traders, it's Graham here from Kilted Trading. Really excited to be back doing the YouTube videos. We are in lockdown 4.0 in Melbourne, so I just thought it'd be timely to have a look at some of the things I've been, I guess, working with and investigating, researching in my own trading via automation. And specifically in the crypto world, the world of crypto, which is getting across all the news at the moment with Bitcoin's large fall in the market, which we'll talk to. But let's get started in terms of what I've been looking at. So I've had a look at a few crypto platforms. One of the biggest struggles I've had has been able to place an order in the market similar to here, where you want to place an order at a particular level, like a pending order, that we're obviously familiar with in Forex, and also to stock traders, where you basically take a position and say, okay, this is a price I want to get in at. If it hits this price, I want to take a long position in this case. This is a price, this is a stop loss, here's my take profit. Believe it or not, depending on what platform you're on, that I found to be quite difficult in crypto land. So having done a little bit of research in terms of platforms and tools that I can use to basically get this same setup, I landed with these guys. So what I was finding is on the crypto platforms, they allow you to buy and specify a particular price to get into, but you can't actually set your stop loss and take profit in that same transaction. So it was really clunky, and I didn't like, because crypto moves so fast, I didn't like the idea of taking a position and not having a stop loss entered into the market in the same transaction, and including a take profit, especially if you're on those sort of lower time frames in the crypto market. So I've landed with these guys, and they basically had the same problem as traders themselves, and came up with the platform to fill the gap. The beauty of this platform is that it supports a number of exchanges, so it doesn't really matter what exchange you're with or that you're using to trade crypto. These guys are more than likely to cover it. They certainly cover all the larger exchanges. So what we're going to take you through today is some of that journey that I've had. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, but I'm hopefully be able to cover off all the topics that you probably would like to see up front. And what we'll do is take you through how to create a real bot. So that's quite exciting, so that we can automate your trading and using some of the Kilted Trading indicators that we already love and enjoy on Trading View. So what we'll do is we'll take you through how to create an account on the platform 3 Commons. We'll show you how you basically connect to an exchange as well through the platform. It's really easy. And what we'll do is we'll take you through some of the plans that they have, both from the very beginner who just wants to have a look and play with the platform, through to the professional options that we'll cover as well. So there is 2 main features I will go into in a little bit of detail. That is the trading terminal, which they call Smart Trade, and the other element is their trading bots, where we'll actually go through and set up a bot, and I'll show you how easy that is, including taking custom signals from Trading View, where we can automate pretty much all of our trading using the Kilted Trading indicators on Trading View. I'll show you how to set that up. It's a lot easier than what you think. And then we'll hopefully finish up there by maybe taking you through where Bitcoin is at. Okay, so now we're interested in setting up an account and getting onto the platform. Let's walk through very quickly how we get started. So 3 Commons website is here. I'll send a number of links down below the video. So 3commons.io. If you do a Google search, you'll find it as well pretty quickly. So you click on sign up. It's really straightforward. You can sign up with an Apple account, an existing Apple account you have, or Facebook. Or you can do is what I did, is fill in your email address and set your password, click sign up, and it's that easy. That's pretty much all you have to do. Once you sign up, they'll take a few more details for you, but it's pretty much as simple as that to get signed up. Now, in terms of some options, just to maybe go there next. So once you've signed up, what you probably want to have knowledge of is what are some of the features that you actually can use, and then you can decide on what plan you want to sign up to. There is a free plan, so even when you sign up, you don't have to provide your credit card for anything. You can actually try before you buy, which is exactly what I did. But here's some of the features that we will cover today, or at least I'll cover off initially what each one of these are. So you basically got this. The first one is their DCA bot, which is their dollar cost averaging bot, which is basically a fancy name for weekly or monthly investing. A lot of folks who invest in crypto, like myself, they'll buy small chunks with crypto when they think it's a good time to buy, or they'll just incrementally buy small chunks and sort of build up to maybe having one or two coins of, say, Bitcoin, and so they buy little chunks as they go along for whatever they can afford. And we've got the grid bot. So the difference is with the dollar cost averaging bots, the actual bot itself is targeted more for what I'll call trend trading. So that fits in really nicely with our Kilted Trend Pilot, and I'll show you how to automate that. The grid bot is more for sideways market. So we'll talk a little bit when you would use a grid bot and what some of the options are. And where I initially landed, which was where we'd like to take a trade to buy a cryptocurrency, where I can set a target price to get in at on a pending order, where I can set my stop loss, and where we can take set a take profit. That's the Smart Trade terminal, which I'll take you through as well. I'll show you some of the nice hooks into Trading View as well, which is just incredible. That's really some of the secret sauce with some of the customizations with the bots and also the Smart Trade terminal. There is an options bot. I don't actually use that. Now that is what you think it is, which is options trading, similar to the share market, where you can take go long and short on crypto via calls and puts. So I won't cover that. I'll just let you know that exists, so you can feel free to explore that. And we've got the trading terminal, which is fairly new. I think that's in beta at the moment. We've got crypto signals, so you can sign up for receiving signals from various market providers, let's say, and obviously you can hook up to a number of exchanges, not just the one or two that you may think will be on there. There's a whole plethora of exchanges that you can actually hook up to. The other thing we have is the plan, so we'll go there fairly quickly, so just bring those up. So when you sign up, as I say, you don't need to provide your credit card. You can basically run this or use this free version, a bit like Trading View as well. They have a free version. It's obviously fairly limited, but you can it pretty much take trades on the Smart Trade option or area functionality on the system. So you can place one Smart Trade. You've got one DCA bot, so they do give you one bot, which I think is quite generous on a free subscription. And you can have one grid bot as well. There's one options bot, and then you can have one account linked to any one of these exchanges, which is really good. If you're just starting out and you want to see how the platform works. It's always good to have a free version. The next version up for that, which I was looking at initially, was this what they call the starter version, which with all their plans you can actually pay by the year or via the month. Obviously get a discount if you play yearly, but this one you can actually have 5 accounts per exchange. You've got the Smart Trade option, and then you can obviously take your take profit, stop loss, over-the-counter orders, that's the OCO, as well as part of that smart trade setup. And they've got paper trading as well, which is links it to a demo account, which is particularly good. And the one I am using at the moment is this advanced version, still pretty cheap at $24 a month. That's probably less than your monthly coffee allowance. So I'm using that version. The reason I'm using that version is you've got 10 accounts per exchange, and you've got unlimited single pair dollar cost averaging bots for the various exchanges. That's the one that I use. I'm primarily using the DCA bot. I'm not using the grid bot at the moment. It's very powerful. I'm just learning a bit more about that at the moment. But this is the one I'm on. And of course, you've got the pro version, which is the bells and whistles, give you absolutely everything you would want in terms of unlimited grid bots. You've got the option bot there as well. Pretty much unlimited everything. You can knock yourself out with some of the options there. Very, very powerful platform, which we'll have a look at. So basically, I'll jump into my account. So once you sign up, you'll basically have something like this. As I say, it'll probably take you 2 minutes, all of 2 minutes to set up your account. And what you'll be shown with initially is a nice sort of landing page where it shows you your portfolio, the balance, the coins you have, where they're actually at, how many you've got, etc. Then it'll show you your DCA bots. It'll show you your grid bots as well if you've got any. I don't have any set up, but it'll show you my DCA bots. I'll show you my smart trades and a bit of a summary there. And then it'll show you on your various exchanges that you've got set up. I use Binance, which I link to, which is really straightforward. Then we've got some bots here that you can basically, if you're not sure or you see something you quite like in terms of setting up a bot, you can actually just click copy this bot, and you can set up the pairs that you want to include, the cryptocurrency pairs that you want to trade with, and actually take someone else's bot. So you can just copy someone else's bot if you like the look of their particular setup and their strategy. You can actually just copy those, which is quite nice. They've also got a marketplace here, which is up here, where you can actually choose signals, etc., from third-party providers to take trades, which we'll cover off as well very briefly. But if we look here at the number of exchanges that are actually supported, there's a whole plethora of them. I use Binance, as I said, so if you don't have a Binance account, again, I'm not affiliated with those guys anyway, you're free to use any of these, we don't really care. But Binance is one of the larger ones. They've basically got full sort of let's say functionality available for the 3Commons platform, one of the few that actually does have all of them. But you click sign up here, and that'll take you to Binance.com. You go through similar sign up process, a little bit more involved because that's where you're actually executing your transactions. So they'll go through the normal things like when you set up an account, similar to when you set up an account with a bank. So you guys know the process there. But once that's set up, it is a very, very simple process to get connected to your exchange, which the first landing spot that you come to is in here. Click on my exchanges, and you can set up any number of them. So you can see here I'm set up with Binance. The first thing you need to do is basically set up what I'll call the handshake with your exchange, which basically means you give 3Commas the credentials to trade with your specific Binance account, and then that creates a link for when you create transactions. So that when you take a trade, for example, you can say you can nominate the exchange you're going to use for that trade. In my case, it's Binance. So the way you do that very quickly, and this is a good demonstration, we'll walk through it together, of the documentation which 3Commas provide, is absolutely fantastic. Very, very nicely documented, very clear, very concise. So once you I'll now choose Binance because that's the exchange I use, but they're all pretty much the same. They have basically a cheat sheet per exchange. So this one's for Binance, of how to connect Binance to 3 You basically sign into your Binance account. There will be a little symbol here for the 3 integration. You click on that. There'll be an option here in that menu called API Management, which is basically stands for Application Programming Interface. You click on that, and what it does is it creates what we'll call a private key, which allows 3 to talk to your Binance account. So you go through the names here. They also set up some really good tips on how to set up that properly. So you put in a label for your key effectively, so that you can identify it. You click create. That now basically brings you to a page where you choose how you want to set up security. You can use a Google Authenticator. Now what that does, it generates a little code that you use to pair up when you take a transaction, just for security. A bit like when you're doing your online banking, you'll get sent a code via SMS or the likes. I actually choose SMS, similar to my online banking. So what that'll do is whenever I take a trade, it'll send me a code, and I just have to match that code with what's presented in SMS, and it allows me to proceed. So when it says please enable 2FA, what that means is 2-factor authentication, so which is where you punch in your code. So you create your new API key. That generates effectively a very long piece of string of text. They make it really easy for you on Binance. You just copy that and you basically plug it in here and then connect to the exchange, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. So once you've got that set up, that allows 3 to connect to whatever exchange you have set up. In my case, it's Binance. So that is it. That's all you need to do, guys. So that will take you all of probably 5-10 minutes, and that's all you need to get up and running with the platform. Okay, let's have a look at Smart Trade. Smart Trade is where I started off with 3 that was the whole reason I got into the platform. It sort of looks like this, which is really nice. So we've got our order book on the right hand side, which shows you the buyers and sellers and the volume and the movement in price, which is really nice. The other thing that's really nice, I've actually created a little template here. You can actually create your own templates with adding your own indicators, trading view indicators. It's got the most commonly used ones on there, your moving averages, your Bollinger Bands, your MACD, which is what I've got down the bottom, which is really nice. I really love that feature in terms of how they're hooked up with TradingView. And then you choose your exchange, you choose your market. My base currency is USD Tether. And then you choose your pair. So we had a look at XRP, which is Ripple. So we'll look at creating a trade on Ripple, and we'll show you how to do that, which is ready-made down the bottom. So similar to what we had in MT4 at the very start, I want to create a conditional limit order. So I want to buy when the price reaches 124. And I want to get in at 124. I don't use this trailing buy. The nice thing in the platform, if you just click on some of the little tooltips, it'll actually tell you exactly what it does. If you're interested in those features, I don't use that personally. Again, like to keep things really simple. And then you can basically specify, percentage, which is really nice. It's really simple. So if you only want to risk 5% of your account, then you can basically click on here and it'll adjust it accordingly. I'll choose 10%. And then one of the features which I love, this is so good, is what you can do is you can say, okay, let's take profit here, so $1.63. So if we look up, it marks it out on the chart as well, just like TradingView. If you're hooked up into your broker in TradingView, you buy here, we're selling here in terms of a stop loss, and we've got to take profit here. Now what happens is with one of the options here, which I've never seen before, I think it's just very clever, these guys have done an awesome job, is you have this concept of a trailing take profit. So we know about a trailing stop loss, right? That's when, if we just go to our chart, if you get in here, let's say, and you've got a stop loss down here, and price moves in the direction that you want, let's just draw this. So if we have price moving up like this, and you've got your stop loss down here, as price moves up, what happens is your stop loss gets moved, so it moves with the price. So if this keeps on going up, your trailing stop basically moves under the actual movement of the price up by the same distance. So if you go up 10%, the stop loss will get moved by the same amount, 10%, in terms of a trailing stop, so that if the market goes like this, you're not going to lose all your nice profit where you've picked the move correctly, and it'll get you out at a reasonable point. Well, what these guys have done is basically said similar thing, but in the opposite concept, and that is why not have a trailing take profit, which I think is super smart. So what that means is, if you say you take a long position here, you've got your stop here. If your target is, say, here, right, what it's saying is, if price continues to move up, right, through your take profit target zone, what it does is actually ratchets the take profit up and up and up, because we've seen, I mean, everyone knows how quickly crypto can go up, but also how fast crypto can go down. So I think this is a really cool feature within the platform, so that if you have a target take profit, then what it does is actually moves up with the price, and you can specify how much it will actually trail that profit. You can set that to any amount, so it could be 10%, 5%. You can make that as tight or as wide as you actually want. So yeah, that's really nice. You can split targets. You can click on that, you can see it, but that's the simple concept of your take profit 1, take profit 2 levels, and you just click that for your trailing take profit, which is really good. And then you've got your stop loss, and then if you click trailing stop loss, it basically moves the stop loss up by the same amount as the price moves. And the really nice feature is you can actually move your take profit. Wanted that, say, to be up here a little bit, we give it maybe a little bit more room, and maybe we get in maybe a little bit earlier, so we can move this down on the break of that fractal. And then all you want to do, once you've got everything set, you can move it around up there to your heart's content, click trade, bang, trade's on. And it'll be sitting there. The instruction will get sent to your exchange once the conditions are met, and off we go. And it is that easy. Really easy to take sort of trades here, and it gives you a nice history as well of all your trades taken in terms of where the current position is. So yeah, just a really nice setup. I'm not sure if it actually shows me here. If you've got a live trade on, it gives you a little sort of view of where it's actually at. I'm not sure, I don't have any trades on at the moment, but you will see what that looks like actually what we can do is just let's just take a trade and we'll actually show you what that looks like very quickly. So if we go XRP, we'll take it's 88, so let's put in $1. So if it goes to $1 in long, we'll, purposes of demonstration, we'll set a take profit. Yeah, we'd like a take profit $2. If it doubles in price, that's 100%. Trailing profit, yes, we'll trail that by say 10%. We'll set a stop loss and we'll set that at 80 cents. This one here is it's a bit of a safeguard. So if the price goes really jerky down really quickly, there's been maybe a little bit of flash crash. There's a bit of a timeout there which says, okay, I don't want to get stopped out if there's a silly flash crash. So you can turn that on. I leave that off. Generally, I'm not trading on like 2-minute, 5-minute charts where that might become a bit of a problem. But so again, you just highlight there, you can get a little bit more information. Let's create trades. Yes, bang, bang, bang. Let's go. So I'll sit there as a pending order. And what it does is it creates this little graphic here. So you can see this is currently where price is at. We're waiting to get in here or take profit up here. So if you've got any large, if you've got any open trades or any pending orders, it'll actually show you in this little little format here. So really, really quick and easy. You can see how easy it was for me to place a trade there with full protection, stop losses, take profits, all in the one transaction. Love it. The guys have done a fantastic job. So what we're going to do now, guys, I'm actually going to talk about the grid bots and how we set one up. Because it's very, very straightforward. I haven't done a whole lot with them. I don't have any grid bots set up, but I can at least show you the concept, which is very, very powerful. We'll do that first, and then we'll look at the smart trade terminal, then the DC bots and how to customize those and go to town and show you the full flex of this platform. So what I can show you here is this really, really nice integration with Trading View. So the charting software that they use should be familiar to most people who do trading. Trading View is the #1 charting platform in the world right now. Pretty much every webinar that you'll see, people are using Trading View. All of our indicators at Kilted Trading are built on this platform, so it's really nice to see that they've got this integration set up. I don't even need to jump separately into Trading View to actually illustrate this concept, which is really, really nice. So as mentioned before, the grid bots are really for when the market's going sideways, like here. We had a fair bit of choppiness, what we'll call chaos, of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then whoa, breakout. Okay, so what we're looking to do here is a potential setup and maybe a good option for when you want to set up a grid bot is if you think that the market's basically going to come back down here. We're looking at XRP here, which is Ripple as a coin against the USD Tether, which is basically what they call a stable coin, so it's pegged to the US dollar currency. If you're predicting that this price here is actually going to fall a bit more and then start to operate within this same range again, which is entirely possible, then that would be a good candidate to set up a grid bot. So what you do is you basically select your exchange that you're basically going to interact with or choose to take the trades. You then choose the market. So in this case, I'm looking for pairings against the US dollar Tether, which is what I hold my base currency in within Binance. So I'm looking for XRP against USD Tether. You could equally have your balance in Bitcoin if that's what you have. I like to keep things fairly simple and straightforward. I don't like to see too much fluctuation, so I've chosen USD Tether. You choose your pair and basically away you go in terms of some really fairly straightforward setup. So for this one, I'll demonstrate some concepts here to illustrate what's going on. So by setting up the manual strategy, it's a little bit easier to actually explain. So what you're doing is you're basically setting up the range. So if we think we're going to operate within this range, all you do for the bot is you basically put in the upper limit and the lower limit of where you think the price will move over maybe the next, I mean, that could be an outlook for, say, the next 6 months. Because crypto can spend a lot of time just consolidating up and down, really volatile, but it does. You can see certain coins operating within a range before they break out or break out, up to the upside or to the downside. So what you do is you basically put your price in here, your upper price, your lower price. Then what you do is you change you select the grid quantity. So the grid quantity really is how many levels you want the grid to be. I would recommend something on the order, probably no more than 10. Why do I say that? Because if you have more than 10, then your profits are actually going to be quite small. Whereas I like to have, a fairly decent size sort of profit margin, especially if you're only dealing with a fairly small amount of capital, which I am here at the moment, just testing, obviously. So I'm going to basically say, well, I'm going to trade 20 lots of XRP, which it also tells you the calculation. So it's going to be roughly $243 for the bot to operate within this grid. And what it's going to actually start doing is when the price starts going up, it's going to start buying and selling as it starts to get through these levels. So it's not a set and forget. That's the thing, I guess, that's kept me away from them a little bit. It's definitely not a set and forget. Well, I would argue it's not set and forget. You can use our AI strategy. If we just flick that on, it will basically set up what it thinks would be a good range to operate in. Now you can see there, based on the daily chart, that's actually not bad in terms of, it's price is quite happy to operate within this range. So, that's fairly reasonable. There is a fair amount of consolidation that's happening at the moment in the market, as we know. So that's the other option in terms of letting the bot just run itself. Then it's a case of, okay, how much money do you want the bot to run with overall? You can have 100%, 50% your account, for example. And then it's just a case of creating the bot. And that's it. Bot created successfully. Away we go. Now, what you need to do is, you can see here it's actually waiting to actually place some trades. You can only take those trades if you actually click on enable, which basically starts up the bot and then it becomes active in terms of looking for trades. So we have just created our first bot, so that's a grid bot. Next I'll have a look at the smart trade, and then we'll have a look at how we set up some DCA bots. Okay guys, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bot. This time we're not going to use some of the default settings that you have that can get you setting up a bot really quickly, like in literally 5 minutes, zero coding. What we're going to do is something a little bit more advanced. It took me a little while to work out, but not too long, so I can share that very quickly with you guys. So what we'll do is we'll create a bot, a DCA bot. So we're looking for trend, and the objective is, if we just jump to our chart and explain what the strategy is, what we're looking to do is basically, when we have this signal here, which means we're going into an uptrend, okay, and we'll stay in this uptrend and switch on the bot from this point here until the uptrend is basically over and we start, going sideways or going in the opposite direction. And the way we'll do that is we'll use this signal here, which signals the end of an uptrend. And what we'll do is we'll send this 3 commas platform both a message or instruction to start the bot, to stop the bot. And what we'll do is, between this period here, which is on our chart 19th of March to the 22nd of April, what we'll do is we'll basically take long positions off a 15-minute chart with this little strategy that I've built here, which is only looking at generating buy signals. Okay, so we'll walk you through this piece. Now, for those who are not really interested, this one up, and running with bots, you guys can zone out. This will take a little bit of time to walk through, so feel free to log off now if you just want to get up and started and do a few things, and then maybe come back to this section a little bit later on once you're a little bit more familiar with the platform itself. But what we're going to do is we're going to get straight in. We're going to create a bot. We're going to set up custom signals from Trading View that will control our bot. So let's get started. This is the exciting stuff. This is the stuff I want to see. So let's click on create bot. So we're under DCA bot. and we'll show you how really simple. So it's a simple bot. We're choosing Binance, and we give it a name. So we're going to call it XRP long bot, which is exactly what it is. It's a simple bot. We don't have any leverage, nor do we want any. We are going to choose Ripple, which is XRP. And just type in here, it's like a Google type search. We should have one for USD Tether, which is here. And we're going, it's only long we're looking at. My base currency is USD Tether, so we just leave that all default. Base order size 10, that's fine. Safety order size 10, that's fine. Limit, that's fine. Now what we'll do is we'll basically say we will use a TradingView custom signal to start the bot. So we'll select that option straight up. We'll show you TradingView custom signal. We'll choose this one. Then we've got the custom signal instructions. So we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to that. Target profit is 100%. Percentage for total volume. That's fine. Trailing, no. No stop loss, which we mentioned earlier. Now this is where it gets interesting. We want to switch all of this stuff off. Basically as much as we can. Basically set it to 0. I don't like any of this stuff. Deal start, so set 1 here. Minimum price to open deal is we'll leave that blank for the moment. See what it complains about. Cool down period, nothing there. And that should be enough to get it started actually, just as a base. Let's go in here. So okay, so what we'll say here is we're going to give the bot 50% of our account to play with, basically. And we'll choose this. Not that it really matters because we're actually going to control the bot. It doesn't really matter. And we click create bot. Bot successfully saved. Okay, we don't want to start it. We'll just close it for now. What we'll do is it'll come back in here, and we should see our long bot, which is this one here. What has it done that? XRP, so we need to go and edit this. So when in edit, it's taking a template, that's why. So let's go in here. We'll clear all of those. XRP, that was the one we wanted. Save. Okay. Now what we do, right, this is where we want to get to. So deal start condition, clear that. What we want to do is basically deal start. Okay. What we want to do is, these are the three things we want to have going, which is so what we want to do basically is set up an alert in TradingView that says, okay, I want to start my bot when the conditions are favorable, and I want to stop the bot when it goes against me. So what we'll first of all do is we'll just copy this text here, because this is going to be when we start the bot. So what we'll do is we'll jump over to TradingView. So we're on XRP USD Tether. So what we'll do is we've with the Kilted Trend Pilot, we use the Kilted Trend Pilot to basically set the conditions for our trade. So we'll add an alert. All we'll do is we'll say, okay, we want a Kilted Trend Pilot, and that's the one we're going to take a long entry. once per bar close. Once that condition's met, what we're going to do is we're basically going to send the instructions to Trading View, to 3 commas via Trading View. We're basically going to paste the message in here, so that's all we need to do, and we'll call it XRP XRP start bot, and that's it. So what we do is we create a signal, and what that'll do is when we get one of these signals again, that'll start the bot. And what we'll do now is we will jump back into 3 commas, and we'll say, okay, what do we need to stop the bot? Well, it's simply this. So this is, for those programmers out there, this is just simple JSON, so it's just name value pairs, that's all it is, which we're instructing the bot with. So we add a new alert, and we'll basically say, okay, we've got a Kilted Trading Pilot, when the long HTML has changed color, that's when we want to get out once per bar close. We're sending it to 3 commas, and we'll say XRP stop bot as an example. Okay, and all we're doing is basically pasting in that text that the 3 commas people set up all for us. We don't need to do anything. It is so simple, guys. These guys have done an amazing job on this. I can't stress this enough. I also like to get notified in the app when it's actually getting started as well, which is just another fail-safe, I guess. But what I'll do is I'll come back here. So now what we've done is we've got instructions to start the bot, stop the bot. What we haven't got is an instruction for the bot to actually start a deal. So if we come in here, we'll basically click on deal start, and then what we'll do is we'll come back again, some more secret sauce, row 1, come in here. So this is a 15-minute chart. Okay, so what we're saying is when the conditions are met for when this turns blue and the smaller thinner line turns blue, and we get a Kilted A plus signal, buy plus signal, what we're going to do is start taking the buy signals. So what we need to do in here is do exactly the same thing. So add an alert. What we'll do is we'll say we're going to take the once per bar close, we're going to send the instruction to our bot, which is XRP buy deal start. I can type, and what we do is we basically paste that text in that the 3 commas platform gives us, and off we go. And that's it. That is it. So what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm using our Kilted Trend Pilot, which has got on a daily time frame. When we've got that longer trend in play, I'm then going in and out the market, every 15 minutes, opening these buy positions. Okay, so yeah, it's worked really, really well so far. As you can see, I didn't have any losing trades on Ethereum. Because the system's been set up not to lose. I'm long crypto. I'll be holding. You know, if I buy up here and I've taken, not buy up here, but if I come in here and it gets to here, then turns around, I might have taken 20 trades. I hold 1 trade and it just sits on there for the remainder until it turns back around again, and then we pick up and it'll sell. That is the beauty of the game. So it is that simple, guys. So something that would appear very, very complex, we can see how easy it is. So that's all there is to it. So DCA bots are the go. They are the bomb. Love them. These guys have done, I cannot stress how good a job these guys have done on this platform. I would love to see them branch what they have here into stocks, so that I can call my broker platform and send these types of instructions. The same with Forex. I think there's a huge market. So 3 commas, if you're listening, get me into Forex, where I can send these trades to my Forex broker or my share platform broker. I would love to see that. You guys are on the cusp of having some digital disruption, definitely in this space. I think what you guys have done are absolutely amazing. I'm hoping that folks share the life out of this YouTube video. I genuinely think the platform's very, very powerful. It's like nothing else I've ever seen. Fantastic job, guys. I can't thank you enough. Really happy to be part of the 3 Commas community. So yeah, hopefully some of my traders will get on to having a look at this platform and setting up some of the automation that's there at the click of a button. 0 coding required. All you need to do is some configuration, which will be fantastic. So really interested to hear of how some of my trading community go with this setup. But for now, I will love you and leave you all. For those in Melbourne, stay safe. And as always, for everyone else included, with those in Melbourne, look after yourself, stay safe, and look after your families. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.